grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Good morning and welcome to Coralville, Extreme Arena in Coralville, the home of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson alongside Saren Egestall here this morning. Soon to be noon, high noon, we'll get the Girls State Volleyball Tournament underway on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Top seed Waukee Northwest against the upset-minded number 8 seed Indianola. Zarin, in the 5 years they've been a school, Waukee Northwest has already built a nice resume, a very good resume here at the state volleyball tournament.
Yeah, no doubt. They've been here 4 times in the 5 years that they have been at school. In school, they've already captured a state championship. You know, they played for a state championship last year, and I know starting this season there was one thing on the mind of the Wolves this year, and that was hosting the gold trophy here in Coralville.
For Indianola, new coach, new beginnings, and they get to the state tournament with an upset.
Yeah, they took down Waukee, who was the number 4 team in Class 5A. They were 11th in the final rankings, and here they are.
Let's take a look at that here on the road to the championship, or road to state. Indianola, 27-16, defeated Waukee, 4 straight tournament appearance, 10 kills per set. Lauren Olson leads the team in kills and assists. In the Waukee Northwest, 35-1. The only loss was to crosstown rival Waukee, which Indianola upset. They lead 5 in assists, kills, blocks per set. Piper Ludwig and Avery Vogt, a couple of players, but when it comes to Northwest, every player, it seems like they're just loaded across the net.
Yeah, and even some of the girls that we probably won't get to see today or in this tournament, just the bench goes very, very deep for Waukee Northwest.
All right, we're about ready to get this volleyball tournament underway here at the Extreme Arena in Coralville. We'll take a break and be back with more after this at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our communities. Student athletes are also incredibly productive, dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate both groups while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the court and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering on your school, we all play a role in making our state shine. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the tournament games.
And we have a pink gorilla and Extreme Arena here in Coralville for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. It's a chance to get out of school, come cheer on your teams, Aaron, and dress up a little goofy sometimes.
What more could you ask for on a Monday morning, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to be in math class on Monday morning? No, we want to be cheering on our classmates and our friends at the state volleyball tournament here in Coralville. Sorry to all the math teachers out there picking on you guys.
Yeah, well, and speaking of math, I'm trying to still adjust to that hour chime change in my brain and that. But anyway, I saw Waukee Northwest, not the game against Waukee where they lost, but the one after that, and they just, if anything, I think that helped ignite them a little bit. You know, yeah, it's fun to go undefeated, but you know, they saw when you get somebody motivated to knock you off, especially a crosstown rival like that, you just got to be ready every time. And since then, a couple games I've done since then, they just come out and it's just imposing. It's hard to find any kind of breaks in their system.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But if you ask a lot of coaches, you know, I think coaches are okay with a loss at some point. Now, you know, granted, losing to your crosstown rival probably isn't the game that you wanted to. Maybe somebody else, but you know, it's kind of nice to have that adversity, right? You don't want to get to the state tournament without having to have faced some kind of adversity throughout this season. You know, how is your team going to respond from that loss? How is your team going to find ways to get better? Because like you said, when you look at the film of Waukee Northwest, you're looking at it and you're like, man, where do they grow? How do they get better? Of course, the coaching staff will always find something, but those are the types of games where you can find pieces like, hey, we need to get better in this area. We need to do better here. Otherwise, when we get down here to the state tournament, how do we respond to that adversity?
And then for Indianola, you know, probably a lot of people weren't given many chances against Waukee. You know, very good team there, but they did it, a young team, first-year coach, and, you know, you come down here and the 8 seeds can, which I've seen him before, you've seen him being down here several years, the 8 seeds can pull off the upset.
Yeah, absolutely, and only their second year playing Class 5A volleyball. You know, last year being their first year in Class 5A volleyball, they get down here to the state tournament, they lose to Dowling Catholic. Of course, we know how good that team was last year for Dowling Catholic. They were in the 4A state title game just 2 years ago. and now they're back here. So that's the one thing about this Indianola team is this Waukee Northwest team knows that they're not facing just some random 8 seed that they pulled out of Class 5A, right? This is a very good Indianola team who, as we all know, is in the Metro. They're playing really good teams. They schedule some 3A teams that are in the state tournament, some 4A teams that are in the state tournament, and of course they get all the big 5A schools that they've played throughout the year as well.
Yeah, we'll see some of these other teams as they're transitioning, as they move up. Dallas Center Grimes, another school that's Norwalk. Some of those schools as they get bigger and move into the 5A class, it's going to be a little different, but they'll be ready to play. So we're just about ready. We'll have starting lineups and that coming up, and then we'll get to volleyball here. You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We start the day off here on Court 1 with Waukee Northwest, the number 1 seed, number 8 Indianola. On Court 2, starting in 25 minutes after this one, we'll have the number 2 seed Ankeny Centennial, number 7 seed Iowa City West. So at some point we'll have 2 courts going, but they stagger that. And then as we went all there, and sometimes one game catches up with the other. Another court just depends on how fast they go. And this is the shortest day of the games anyway. And then tomorrow will be a long day, and then we hit into the semifinals.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And as you mentioned, to kind of stagger those games, the winner of this will get the winner of our next game in Dowling Catholic and Ankeny. And, man, there are a lot of really good teams here in Class 5A. Pleasant Valley and West Des Moines Valley will close things off later on this morning over on the other court. And that'll set up, like you mentioned, our semifinals for Wednesday morning. And, that's the one thing about volleyball that we've talked about this before, but, some of the other sports, when you play those early games, those 10 o'clock games, even these noon games, you're worried about, is that throw people off? Because, a lot of times during the school week, right, we're playing at nighttime. But for volleyball, they play all those Saturday tournaments and all those club tournaments. Some of those club tournaments are starting 8, 9 o'clock in the morning when they're playing. So that's the one thing here in volleyball. Really shouldn't affect things no matter what time. Maybe, it's a Monday morning, right? Mondays for everybody. So that might take some juice to wake up. But here's the thing. It's the state tournament. These girls are ready to compete for a state title, and that's got to get anybody excited for a match.
And we have nice weather for the state tournament for volleyball here. There's been days when it's in November, you get early November, and it's down in the 30s, but it should be pretty nice here today. And as you look across the arena, starting to fill in here, and this arena will get filled in for some of the games as we move along, and probably more so tomorrow as you have the teams, and then they one crowd will filter out and the other one will filter in. But it's been a good space to hold these tournaments in.
Yeah, Extreme Arena could not have been a better place to play the state volleyball tournament in. The student sections are basically right on top of the courts, are right there. They're in the match. It's a compact arena. It holds sound really, really well. And, when we get into this tournament, we've got 2 really good games going on. This place gets loud. This place gets is a ruckus. And I know for fans, talking to fans in the past, parking is simple. There's great amenities all around here. So Extreme Arena and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union have done a really, really great job of putting on a great tournament here in Coralville.
Now I looked at it. These 2 teams did not meet here.
Nope.
Or did they?
No, they
didn't,
no.
Right?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They did not meet during the season. But we're about ready to go down to our PA announcer for the starting lineups here. And introductions. bathrooms. You do it by yourself?
Good volleyball fans. Welcome to and today one of the 2025 Girls State Volleyball quarterfinal matchup in Class 5A featuring the Indianola Indians and the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship and decorum shown by the qualifying schools during the season and state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Natalie Smith of Winterset High School, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Indianola, Kim DeBerg. And from Waukee Northwest, Dale Sandquist. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by everyone here in attendance today. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. It's now time to introduce the players and coaches in today's 5A quarterfinal matchup. First of all, for the Indianola Indians. Here are your non-starters. Number 1, Kenna Amsden. Number 3, Emily Benj. Number 4, Grace Dooley. Number 7, Mady Blake. Number 12, Abelia Paw. Number 15, Maya Whalen. And number 16, Gabby Sloan. Your assistant coaches, Madeline Caro, Colby Kobeski, Kendall Krikow, Jocelyn Williams, and Ashley Woosley. And now, here's your starters for the Indianola Indians. A 5'9" senior, number 2, Lauren Olson. A 5'8" freshman, number 5, Julia McGraw. A 5'11" junior, number 8, Jovi Wilson. A 6' junior, number 9, Haley New. A 6'2" junior, number 10, Madison Grover. And a 5'7" senior, number 11, Hadley Vetter. Your libero is a 5'5" junior, number 6, Kennedy Rumley. Head coach for the Indians, Jenna McGraw. Now let's meet the team from Waukee Northwest. Here are your non-starters. Number 2, Edie Collins. Number 6, Lydia Burrell. Number 7, Hannah Presley. Number 8, Caroline Dobbs. Number 12, Anna Pelds. Number 14, Harper Russ. And number 16, Abby Olson. Your assistant coaches, Jennifer Stanek, Kaylee Brothart, Addie Walker, and Francis Nagusi. And now here's your starters for the Wolves of Waukee Northwest. A 5'9" junior, number 1, Leah Janulevich. A 5'11" sophomore, number 4, Avery Cordes. 5'11" senior, number 5, Avery Vogt. 6'2", junior number 9, Logan Vogt. 6'1", junior number 10, Cassidy Danberg. And a 6'3", junior number 11, Piper Ladwig. Your libero is a 5'10", junior number 3, London Taylor. Head coach for the Wolves, Jody Vogt. Now fans, let me introduce to you the officials assigned to this 5A quarterfinal by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your first referee, Daryl Meyer. Second referee, Brandon Slaughter. Your line judges, Sarah Tyne and Carl Woldridge. Fans, at this time we ask you to please stand if you are able. Direct your attention to the flag as we honor our many veterans who have so proudly served. The men and women around the world who protect our freedom each and every day in this great country we call home, with the singing of our national anthem today, performed by the choir from Boyden Hull High School under the direction of Jill DeRuyter. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Boyden Hull High School. Who's ready for state tournament volleyball?
And today's starting lineups brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And number 1 versus number 8 to get it kicked off here, or tipped off, or served off. What is the correct thing there, Aaron?
Getting it started.
Getting it started. Getting it underway here at Extreme Arena in Coralville. Number 1 Waukee Northwest against number 8 Indianola. They knocked off the other team in Waukee to get here and want to do the same to get it started. What's the key for Indianola to get off? I suppose no quick early runs and don't play from behind, kind of, huh?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is you don't want to get too far behind, right? Catching up to this Waukee Northwest team is not going to be easy. Now, that doesn't mean, if you give up the first 3 points of the first set, the game is over, right? We're talking about not getting behind 2-0. Maybe even trying to find a win in that first set. That's going to be a big key for Indianola, and passing the volleyball.
All right. Northwest will be on the left side of your screen in the dark uniforms. The black, the purple on the right side is Indianola. And just about ready to go here. Waukee Northwest, champions in 23, runners up in 24, looking to get back on the top step of the podium here in 25. And Indianola looking to give their first-year coach her first win at the state tournament. Julia McGraw, a freshman, daughter of the coach, back to serve to get us started here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Here we go. Right to the libero, bumped up. And a long shot from the side there. Now Indianola sets it up. And a nice shot for the kill by Madison Grover.
Yeah, just a roll shot over the net there, finding the spot. They call that the little donut in the defense there of Waukee Northwest, the roll shot over the net. The biggest thing is it doesn't always take the most powerful, right?
Yeah. This one to the backside. Now over, scramble by Waukee. They'll set it up left side and into the block. Cassidy Danberg and Piper Lodwig with the block.
And they have been so good blocking this year for Waukee Northwest.
Back to serve, Leah Janulovic. Set back into the block, and Northwest woke up. Hey, wait a minute. Now into the middle, push over. Oh, and just missed the backside. She had it open, but just a little too much.
Yeah, and that point was all set up on the defense of Waukee Northwest, right? We're never going to let the ball hit the floor. And even if it's not exactly what we wanted on our block, we were able to get it up, overpass over, and turn into a point.
Janulovic with the serve. Set outside, and that time, a heater. The libero gets to it, but they're going to say no, out of play. Good hustle, but man, just a rocket shot across.
Yeah, Northwest played that one just in case. I think that might have been going deep there, but just 1 point.
Already had our first substitution. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Back set, quick dump over, not quite over. And point to Indianola.
Yeah, that'll be 4 contacts there as that ball never made it over the net, came right back, and Waukee Northwest played it again.
Kenna Amston, the junior, came in the substitution, now serving again. Goes to the back row to London Taylor libero. Get it outside, push over, but they're going to say in the net by Northwest.
Yep. And good news for Indianola keeping Amsden serving. She has been one of the most effective servers in Class 5A this year. Number 3 in her serve percentages, 97.2. Pretty good percentage there.
26 aces there too. Amston, the junior, back to serve again. This one again to libero. Now set up and hammered down. Quick set and hammer there by Logan Boat.
Yeah, and there's just no defense to that. It's so hard to get a block on how quick she swings, and once that ball's trajectory is heading straight to the floor, even if you do get a hand under there on a pancake or trying to dig that one out, that ball is going into the crowd for sure.
London Taylor to serve to her counterpart libero. Now back set, cross and through on the kill on the outside, Emily Benj.
We will see Indianola run kind of an unconventional 6-2. They've got 2 main setters that will be setting, but they also have thrown some of their other hitters into set from time to time. It almost feels like sometimes they have 3 setters. It's always nice to have somebody out there that can pass.
Set outside that time. Now bumped back by Amsden. And down the line, touch, they say it's a point, Indianola. So Indianola is able to run off a couple of points each time here so far and to build a 6-3 lead in the early going. Back to serve once again. To the libero, set up in the middle, handled. Bump back outside, cross quarter, diving. Nope, they say it was down.
Yeah.
London Taylor went to it but couldn't quite pancake it up.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things I said in the open was how well can Indianola pass the volleyball. That was going to be one of their keys, and so far, whether it's a set or the bump passes, they've been so good so far for Indianola. Did that touch? No.
Nope.
Great job of getting out of the way of that volleyball by London Taylor, as she had to almost just fall straight down to the floor to get out of the way of that one as it was going deep. Did a great job.
And an IMT Insurance substitution for Waukee Northwest. They bring in Anna Pelds, their serving specialist. Oh, miss hit ball, but they get it over, and then the kill by Northwest. So that time they got Indianola scrambled a little bit.
Yeah, and see, that was exactly what we've been talking about. That one wasn't maybe exactly where they wanted it on the pass and turned into a Waukee Northwest point.
Pelds serving again. That one goes deep, and the first service error of the day for Waukee Northwest. And Gabby Sloan will come in for an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtims.com. 8-5 early, Indianola. Oh, and just a rare mishandle there by Anna Pelds.
And a big ace there for Indianola.
And Ace Serves brought to you by Channel Seeds. Learn more at channelseed.com. And that one into the net. And so now back to serve is Logan Vogt, the junior of the Vogt combination, the senior and junior daughters of the coach. That one blocked at the net. Good diving save there. Now outside, hit by Olson. Set outside, hammered into the block, kept alive, and the stuff over by Jovi Wilson.
Jovi Wilson, great job with her net presence there, just staying with that volleyball, knowing where it was only going to come from one place in that specific scramble. Knew exactly where it was coming from. Great IQ from her up there, right back down to the floor.
10-6 Indianola, serve into the middle. Set back, into the block, and that'll get through the block by Avery Cordes with the kill.
Yeah, good job by Cordes. Indianola was close there to being where they wanted to with that block, but Cordes did a great job of just swinging through.
Now Cordes will go back to serve. 3-point lead for Indianola. Set back, into the block and over. Lauren Olson.
Let's see how on this receive, Waukee Northwest really needs to try to get Logan Vogt back into the offense. One kill so far.
Low
the first
serve.
7 points for Waukee Northwest.
Now outside, into the block again. Madison Grover with the block again. See how the serve receive just isn't quite there yet for Northwest. There, the libero almost gets by her and into the net.
Yeah, and to your point, we're going to have a timeout here, but to your point, serve receive was not where they wanted it to be, which led to maybe not the best shot for Logan Vogt.
Let's take a break. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Indianola up early, 13-7, and that one is out. A nice little dance on the end there by Northwest. Dar Danielson's there, Nagastal. So far, though, last three serves have been 1 and out for Northwest. Here we go. Avery Vogt serves it. Quick set in the middle. And they finally get it over. Set back outside, and now
net violation.
Net violation on Indianola. Okay.
One of the things that stands out to me so far, Indianola is hitting 308 so far this year, or so far this game. Waukee Northwest negative 0.77 hitting percentage thus far.
Olson winds up, and and they scramble to get it over, but now they're going to say in the net, Waukee Northwest. So there's some balls up close that aren't easy to return, and then they end up getting caught in the net. Now Indianola back with the serve, leading by 5 here. Serving is McGraw. Sent outside, hammered home that time by Piper Lodwig.
Yeah, that'll help get that back. But just for reference, Northwest so far in every single set or per set this year hitting .335 this year, and now they're just barely above negative percentage so far in this first set.
Here's the serve, bumped up by Olsen. Now back to her, into the block that time, and they didn't get it around Piper Ladwig. She's got the block. Makes it 14-11 here. Here's the serve by Janulovic. And into the block again is Logan Boat. And that's what you don't want to see him start getting that block set up.
Yeah, that's how good this Waukee Northwest team is. It has felt like Indianola has dominated this entire set so far, but it's a 2-point game. So if you're Indianola, you got to keep the gas on.
Olsen tried to get it over, now bumped outside, and they're going to say it hit the antenna.
Yeah.
So it'll be point to Indianola.
Yeah, just try to tip that one over and just graze the pin here closest to our R1.
Back to serve, Kenna Amsden in on an IMT insurance substitution. Over, bumped up, set by Vogt, and point Northwest.
Yeah, Vogt just gets the tip over there. That's what makes her so hard to defend. She can swing hard, she can roll shot, she can tip.
London Taylor goes low. Bumped up, now they get over. Vogt will set it. Quick set in the middle. They respond and it goes out. Then couldn't respond quick enough.
Yeah, good hands there by Indianola. Just a little bit too much on it. And here we go, just like this.
All of a sudden,
Northwest
back within one. You're right. Yeah, it seemed like Indianola cruising. London Taylor, the junior, to serve again. This one on the outside, set back out, and across quarter, saved by dive by Janulovic. Into the middle, into the block. That time Avery Cordes was there, and we're tied. London Taylor back again to serve. 3 straight points now for Northwest. Right side. And out. Now Indianola's offense, or serve receive, looks a little scrambled, and they're going to call a timeout. Northwest, their first lead. We'll take a break here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Waukee Northwest, the number 1 seeded trail. They've run off 4 straight points now and have a 1-point lead over Indianola. Indianola called the timeout. Zarin, maybe just to settle them down a little bit. Hey, let's get our serve receive down here.
Yeah, no panic mode right now for Indianola. They've won big games. They know they can play with this Waukee Northwest team.
And into the block. They punch it over. Did Benj. Outside. Kept alive, now back set. Dumps it over the top. Found the hole there. That time, over the block was Emily Benge.
Julia McGraw, just a freshman setter. Her hands are so good already at such a young age. Of course, have played so much volleyball previously coming into the high school ranks, but just a really young setter, freshman, and she moves the ball really well.
And the serve by Grover is out. And that sends Anna Peltz back to serve for Northwest. The senior. Right side, now a scramble. They'll have to get it over. That looked like it was going too deep, but they play it. Set it up in the middle and hammered down by Cordes.
Yeah. Sophomore Cordes right there in the middle. That ball was eyeing her. Just an easy one for her to distribute back down to the floor.
18-16. Deep serve again. Pushed over. I think they're going to say in the net. They are.
No, lift.
Or a lift? Okay. So either way, it's a point for Northwest. 19-16. Peltz serves again. That deep middle serve has given Indianola some trouble. Tried to just shove it over the setter. Now, the dunk by Avery Vogt.
Yeah, they were trying to get the ball here to the near pin, trying to get it out to Lauren Olson, but that one just drifted a little bit.
Peltz with the serve. That one goes wide, so that ends another 4-point run by Northwest. And to serve is Gabby Sloan for an IMT Insurance substitution. And that one goes long. And it's so tough. You're coming in to serve and you want to get it in there and you're just a little long. That's the toughest position, I think, coming in off the bench to be the serve specialist. Of course, you get used to it. Olsen sets it up in the middle, punched through, kept alive by Janulovic. Now set outside. Dumped in. There's that off speed we talk about. Yep. Sometimes it's power, sometimes it's off speed.
Yeah, and going back on what you were talking about with serving earlier too is, nowadays the accuracy is so well, and these teams are just trying to hit, tiny little spots of the ball. So sometimes you're going to miss those spots.
Bucked up high, outside, cross court by McGraw. Now looking for the back corner, and good placement as Indianola can't get to it, and it's 23-17. Indianola will take another timeout, trying to hold off Northwest here in the first set at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Northwest fell behind 13-9, but they've come back now and are leading here 23-17, 2 points away from finishing out the first set. Back to serve is Logan Vogt. And catches the net cord but gets over. Cross court McGraw. Dumped over, no look. Avery Vogt the other way.
Yeah, and that's what makes Avery Vogt such a good setter, right? Because she can pass to all of the amazing hitters that she has, or she sees something on the corner of her eye. There's nobody in that bottom corner. I'm just going to dunk it over the top.
Low serve, unreturnable. And that'll be the set off the ace serve brought to you by Sukup. So 25-17. Northwest takes set number 1 here in the Class 5A opener. We'll take a break, come back with set number 2 after this at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
At the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. First set goes to Waukee Northwest, Dar Danielson, Zarin Egestall. And Indianola came out with that energy and took the early lead. But as you said, we know Northwest, they aren't going to panic. They're going to come back. They got into their system, started getting some blocks going. And that's the tough thing about trying to knock off the number 1 seed.
Yeah, that's what's so tough about playing Waukee Northwest, because it's like no lead is safe with them, right? It's always like watching our backs, right? We have a lead against Waukee Northwest, and we're watching our back to see how close they're getting, how quickly they're running to catch us, and it's just, can we get to 25 before they catch up to us? And for every single team except for Waukee once this year, the answer has been no. Just an incredible season. 35-1 is just so tough to do in the game of volleyball.
So out of the timeout, Coach Jana McGraw will talk with her team, the first-year coach, and Jody Vogt with her team. And they won the title 23. Getting back in 24 was a surprise because they lost a lot of seniors off that team and got all the way to the championship. But now back here with those younger players who were more seasoned and ready to go, and they've been tough to stop this year.
And hitting much better in the closing stages of that set. We mentioned for much of the early portion of that set, they were hitting under 0. Now that first set hit 192 as a set total. And whereas on the other side, Indianola's hitting percentage was at 333 in that same portion. And now they're hitting just 0.34 so far through the closing stages of set number 1. So the team that was hitting better has been leading so far in this game, which you expect to see.
Into the block now outside. Olsen hammers it through and gets the kill for point number 1.
Second kill of the match for Lauren Olsen.
Hadley Vetter comes in, an IMT Insurance substitution. Here's the serve. Outside, and that is wide. They set up Ladwig, but a little wide.
Yeah, trying to tiptoe that line. Those ones are so hard to defend. It's just whether it's in or out.
And that one is long on the serve by McGraw. And point Northwest. Leah Janulovic back to serve. Cross quarter handled by Avery Vogt. Now up top, hammered home by Piper Ladwig. I've seen the couple matches I did, I've seen Janulovic get back there, and she spends all night back there serving. Great job serving by her. That one just a little short drop, but now bumped up by the setter, cross court. Oh, almost came back over, but it's long for another kill by Ladwig.
Yeah, Ladwig is one of the top in Class 5A this season in hitting percentages. She hit .428 this season. Pretty incredible.
And just as we praise her, we get into the net. And we have a first tie of the second set. And in to serve will be Kenna Amsden for an IMT insurance substitution. More night and be worry free at IMTIMS.com. Quick outside set and hammered home by Logan Vogt.
Third kill of the match for Vogt.
And London Taylor, the libero, back to serve. Bumped up. Outside, hammered. Off of Janulovic that time for the kill.
Yeah, that slide is so good there for Indianola. Just tough for anybody to get a block in front of Glover when she comes out the back door on that slide. All about angles there.
Now serving. Back set. Cross court is long for Northwest. Avery Vogt set it back and then just a little long, and Indianola leading now by one. Better serving. Bump up the net, joust there. And over. Wow. Cordes stepped on a teammate, somehow was able to spin around there and get the ball across the net.
Yeah, it was like 6-on-4 for a moment there. Indianola 6 and Waukee Northwest had two girls out of commission there, but still just found a spot. Back corner pocket.
Held serving. Right up to the net, and then nice set back.
That was a really awesome play design there. Even up here, it looked like the set was coming to the pin here on the outside, and just took a lot off it, almost like a change up there. Left that set in the middle, and good swing.
Indianola serve comes over low. Vogt sets it off the block. Back set. McGraw into the block, and it's going to go down. Over there was Logan Vogt and Avery Cordes on the block. Well, this one starting out a very back and forth affair to start the second one. Vogt serving. Jumped, just could not get enough underneath that to get it over.
Yeah, Wilson saw an opening, right? Nobody was in that lower corner on the side of Waukee Northwest. Just tried to roll it over there. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Yeah, can't have that.
No. Leave it right there for the kill, Cordes.
Yeah, overpass right at Cordes, and she's kind of looking at that like, oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Can I have another? Serve. Amsden now outside. McGraw, cross court, handled by libero. Now down, just caught the line at the end for the point. Had a great view of that from up here. And now a 3-point lead here for Northwest. Bumped up by Rumley. Into the middle, right into the block, and once again, Janulovic and Cordes on the block. And timeout, Indianola. We'll take a break. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Logan Vogt back serving. 10-6 lead now. A 4-point run by Northwest. Quick set in the middle, blocked. And, good recovery by McGraw. She stepped up and saw everybody on the right side of the floor and just popped it in the open spot.
Yeah, good ball handling there by Indianola. It would have been really easy. Most teams probably there would have just tipped over and let Waukee Northwest bring it back. But Indianola did a great job keeping it on their side, getting a chance to set up a swing.
Set back. Handled by Rumley. Now they'll send it over into the spot. Wow. I think she surprised herself, Joby Wilson. Just kind of cut that ball and it dropped right in. Indianola pulls within 2. There's the serve. Back set. And got a hand on it, did Rumley. And that one goes wide.
Shout out to Rumley in the back, good up. I mean, that's what your job is as the libero. Get that ball up any way you can. Allow your setter to get it to an attacker, and great job.
Cassidy Danberg comes back in on the front row for Northwest for an IMT insurance substitution. Handled in the back row outside McGraw, and she just did not have room to get set and get that across the net the way it was coming on the angle. Now back to serve is Cordes. Lead back to 4 now. Almost handcuffed. Serve in the back row. Northwest has 2 players run into each other now. Back outside and into the block, over and then hammered home. Janulovic says, no. Sends it right back. Return to sender.
Yeah, Lauren Olson setting right now for Indianola in the lineup that they've got. McGraw's hitting.
Free ball, I get it over now. Handled by Peltz. And then just in the hole, had everybody flat-footed on that one.
We talked about earlier that traditional 6-2, add in a third. There's 3 setters right now on the court. McGraw, Sloan is out there, and Lauren Olson. All of them have set, can set, will set throughout the match.
Bumped up now.
Sloan.
Yep. Oh, nice pancake to get it, keep it alive, but nope, they're going to say she didn't quite get there.
Yeah.
And another run here for Waukee. They get a 4-point run, up by 5. That serve is long. And here's the point, Zarin, where you got a 6-point lead in the second set. You got to kind of try to get a good serve receive here and get the serve back and run off some points.
Yeah, this is probably the most important set Indianola has played this year, the second set.
And that goes off the block. Madison Grover with the hit. And McGraw back to serve. Julie McGraw, 5'8" freshman. Drops it just over the net. Quick set, Janulovic, but it's blocked back over. No, they're going to say, okay, what did they say there? I don't know, the point to Northwest. 16-10. Janulovic serving. Janulovic bumped up by Taylor. Into the middle. And that one got into the net, so 4 hits.
Yep. So far over on court number 2, really good back and forth affair between Ankeny Centennial and Iowa City West. 11-10 right now, first set action.
Indianola serving, 16-11, they trail. Back set by Vogt, and that is tipped. Piper Ladwick sends it across, and it's touched. And point for Northwest. Timeout Indianola, trailing 17-11. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Jenna McGraw takes a timeout here, trying to slow this Waukee Northwest team down in the second set. They took the first set 25-17. And what's she saying over there, Zarin?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think you just want to slow down the run, right? You know how important this set is. You don't want to fall behind 2-0.
Back set, man, nice job to keep that alive by Taylor. Into the block and down. Lauren Olson tried to hammer it across, but the block gives the point to Northwest. Piper Ladwig in there along with Avery Cordes. Bumped up. Set out to the left, diving save. Janulovic now at the net. They block Cordes that time to get the point.
Yeah, Cordes kind of only had one move there. Indianola knew the tip was coming. They were able to get right there and just put it right back down to the floor.
Madison Grover, the junior, 6'2 junior, back to serve for Indianola. She'd like to run off a few here. Goes low. Taylor handles it, and that one is wide.
Yeah, she tried to cut that one down the line. Just a little bit too much of a cut on it.
(18-13), Indianola serving. London Taylor handles it. Vogt sets it back and hammered home by Cassidy Danberg.
Waukee Northwest hitting .234 so far for the match. Each team with one ace.
There's a hot smash. Lauren Olson right down the middle.
Waukee Northwest has done a lot better so far defensively. 20 digs to 12 digs for Indianola. 6 blocks to 3 blocks of Indianola. That's the one thing that Waukee Northwest, they've been playing really good defense.
Set outside to Cordes, but it hit the antenna. And it'll be 20-14. You can tell how close that match is on the other court by the crowd's reaction here, as you hear. 15-12 Centennial right now. Scramble now by Indianola. McGraw! Ooh, it caught the net cord, but a little too far and goes out.
That's such a tough shot there from McGraw, especially when you've got really big blockers there as well. You're trying to find a place, just a really hard shot.
Bumped up by Amston. Now McGraw again. She drops it over. Handled. Set outside. Janulovic sends it home.
Fifth kill of the match.
Yep.
For Leah.
Logan vote.
Cordes is actually leading the way for Waukee Northwest right now with 8.
Into the middle and pounded through there. Lauren Olson, the senior.
Olson picking up her 4th kill of the match. Grover leading Indianola with 6 right now.
Haley New in on the IMT insurance substitution. Bumped up, Boat sets it outside. Janulovic, and that's going to get through for the kill.
And now Northwest just 2 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead.
Back to serve, Avery Cordes. And that was, kind of tell that from the start, that was way high. And now trailing by 7. Kennedy Rumley. Libero will go back to serve. They get it outside. Janulovic, and man, Lauren Olson made a good attempt, but when it's coming in that hot, it's hard to get it back over. So this is set point here for set number 2.
Poor photographer over there was looking into his lens, didn't see the ball coming.
Bumped up, set quick, and blocked by Piper Ladwig. And that'll make it 25-16, set number 2. Northwest leads 2-0. We'll be back with what could be the third and deciding set coming up at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Ladies, the bake sale's about to start. Are you ready?
We've got this.
Okay.
Oh, guys, he's here.
Quick start delivery for Janet.
Bring it here.
Let's get this bake sale going. Yeah. Come on. Best bake sale ever.
Oh, yeah. Let's dig in.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
At the Girls State Volleyball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau Class 5A. Number 1, Waukee Northwest has taken the first 2 sets, 25-17, 25-16. Indianola still on the hallway there discussing strategy. They need to get this set to keep the season alive. Dar Danielson alongside Zarin Egestal. And
yeah, the things that really pop out to me in that second set, Waukee Northwest, 15 kills, 5 errors, hitting 400 in that second set. It was pretty phenomenal. Had 25 attack attempts, so they killed 15 of the 25 attack attempts they had, and had 4 blocks in that set. The one thing that really kind of stands out to me, and I know teams have been really good defensively in this match, but just 1 ace for each team so far through the first part of this match.
Yeah, they've been able to. Now the serve returns are a little shaky for Indianola, but they've been able to handle most of them and get them over, as you say.
And we talked about serving. It's so, we've gotten to the point in volleyball where it's such a razor thin line of where we're serving, right? Some people that are maybe new to volleyball or don't watch it as much, you're thinking you just hit the ball over and see where it lands, right? No. It's one of those things where they are trying to hit, pinpoint
and a lot of time the coach is over there calling out where to put it, right?
It'll be every time. Yep, every time. So if you watch really closely, usually a lot of times it comes from an assistant coach on the bench. Though I've noticed so far in this game, we've seen a lot of it from our 2 head coaches. But normally it's going to be whoever's got the clipboard in their hand, because that's how they do it. That's how they hide it from the opposing team. If you watch, it's really subtle, but when a team's getting ready to serve, you'll see the server look over at the bench, and you'll see the clipboard sitting to the side with numbers being flashed. And sometimes they correlate with positions. Sometimes some teams I know will have, it's almost like softball where you're looking down at the third base coach and they're giving you signs. So sometimes you might see, like a 2, a 1, different things being flashed, and they're telling them maybe height, maybe spin, and kind of where that ball should go to.
All right, they're checking lineup rotation here before we start the third set. Jana McGraw checks with the official over there. They're going to bring in the libero. And we'll be ready to go here. Indianola will serve. Still talking at the scores table a minute on that rotation, I guess. Now they get it. And they're making a substitution here, bringing in Amston. IMT Insurance substitution. Or not, you can be worry-free at imtims.com.
And Indianola was issued a yellow card for the lineup mishap as well.
So they had the wrong person or wrong rotation in. Here's the serve by McGraw, and there's your ace. Ace is brought to you by Sukup, or excuse me, by Channel Seed. Channel Seed's your local seeds dealer. Visit channelseed.com today.
Julia McGraw so far this year, she's the number 4 server this season with serve successes and serve attempts.
Outside and handled by the libero. Vote and put away by Janulovic.
Won't officially go down as a kill for Leah, as a net violation was whistled before the kill was official.
So she'll go back to serve now. Outside, into the block. Set out again, and they tried to get around the block, but it went wide as Madison Grover trying to sneak it just to the left of the block, but a little too wide.
Yeah, and that's perfect block positioning for Waukee Northwest. If somebody's going to go around your block, it's going to be out. If they're going to go any closer, they're going to be into the block. Just perfect fundamentals there.
And that one's long.
It's kind of like.
Then the pin comes into play there too, as he.
Yeah, we're in a hockey arena, right? So we can use a hockey reference, but it's kind of like a goaltender. They're going to set up in the perfect position. So if you shoot it there, it's either going to hit my glove or it's going to hit the pipe. You're not getting in though.
McGraw bumped over, or pushed over, I should say. Didn't quite go. Now kept in play. Outside and blocked again. This time Cassidy Danberg up there.
So good of getting over there for that block. Waukee Northwest was. And they got it just into a perfect angle. They read where it was coming from.
Janulovic serving again. Low one. Scramble by Indianola. They get it over. Bumped up by Vogt. They go outside. Cross quarter by Ladwig. Now into the middle. Coming in is Janulovic. Now a hot smash for the kill. from the outside by Logan Vogt. 5 straight points here after the ace to open it for Indianola. Bumped up, handled by Janlulovic. Now set, pushed over and wide by Danberg. One of the first miss hits they've had here in this little string.
Yeah, 23-23 between Centennial and Iowa City West. Centennial actually opened up a little bit of a lead, and then Iowa City West has clawed all the way back to tie it up 23-23 in the first set over there.
So that's the 2-7, right?
Yep.
Bumped up, set back by Vogt into the net, and it gets over. Ladwig caught the net cord and it drops in.
Yeah, it's kind of like sometimes when you serve into the top of the net, you almost use the net to your advantage there. The blockers are expecting that one to come across, but you spike it straight into the net.
London Taylor serves long. Oh, here's where Indianola would really like to get some serves going. Madison Grover, the 6'2 junior.
And no kills yet in this set for Indianola.
And back-to-back service errors here. And an IMT insurance substitution by Indianola.
In the 3 sets so far, Waukee Northwest is now at 30 kills of all their points they've racked up. Indianola at 16, so half as many kills as Waukee Northwest so far.
Into the middle, there's a kill right on cue. Lauren Olson. This is not so fast, Aaron.
25-23, Centennial wins the first one.
Wow. Because that started after us, and that first set took. This one's over. Vogt sets it back to the middle. Pushed over. Oh, man. Vogt to Vogt there.
Yeah, Logan Vogt just so good with the eyes. She looks up, sees that there's a little space right at the edge of the net. There's nobody from Indianola that can get there, and just a little roll shot over.
Logan Vogt into the middle. Set toward the middle. Vogt now over to Vogt. Now Janjulovic gets the kill.
Janjulovic there picking up her 9th kill of the match so far.
Speaking of votes, get out and vote tomorrow. I know there are a lot of school bond issues on the ballot. Set outside. McGraw kept alive by Vogt. Set by Vogt. Janjulovic puts it away. Logan Vogt back to serve. Bumped up. And into the net. And you're getting the point in Indianola, you're just trying to keep going and not lose steam because you've been trying to find holes, and it's really hard to find holes in that defense over there. Bumped up. Set quick. There we go. There's one.
Yeah.
Get them fired up.
And good energy on Indianola's side, right? We're down 2-0. You're trailing this set 11-4 at that, and then it's 11-5 once you get that point there. And
Joby Wilson comes up. Boom.
Yeah, and they're excited. They're still pumped up. They're trying to keep the energy high.
Janjulovic.
Now 11 for Janjulovic. Leading Waukee Northwest.
Cassidy Danberg into the lineup up front for Waukee Northwest. IMT insurance substitution. Set quick over. It got all the way over. Vogt just dumps it. And once again, those setters can be tricky at times. And Indianola down 13-5 here in set number 3. They take a timeout. We'll take a break here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. 13-5, Northwest up in the third set. They won the first two, trying to finish off this
after the timeout
opening round
Amy
match
Cordes
here.
Serving for Northwest.
Cordes back to serve. For Northwest. Bump back, cross court. Cordes keeps it alive. Down the middle, kept alive again by Cordes, and that one gets down.
Attackers out. Point. Indians. Kennedy Rumley.
Makes it 14. Or was that out?
It was out.
Oh,
yep.
okay.
Wide,
I thought
yep.
it was in there. My mistake. Okay, so now point for Northwest. And Avery Volt will be serving. Quick set in the middle, and that's wide.
Yeah, that one just missed the line.
Haley New tried to drop it right in there. And it's 15-6, Northwest. Bump back by Vogt. Over. Court Daly keeps alive, or Taylor, excuse me. And that one goes wide. Finally, a side out for Indianola.
And Indianola hanging around. They're going to fight to the very end.
Low one handled. Outside. They get to it. Now got to get it over. Bumped up by Taylor. Janulovic. And it ends up falling.
Yeah, that one just a miscommunication there for Indianola. Three girls there all thought that different one was going to play it.
Bumped up. Crossed by Grover. Hot smash. They handled that one. Back out to Vogt. And handled again, but it's going to go wide.
Yeah, that one was just tough to get low enough to dig that one out.
Kennedy Rumney did a nice attempt at it, and timeout. Indianola here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Northwest trying to close it out and advance to the semis. And is that a premature, didn't get the
it'll be a jump
whistle go? Okay, now there's the whistle and the hand signal. And we're underway. Set back. Knocked over by Grover. Now Vogt sends it wide there. And Emily Benj coming in. And Kenna Amsden. Amsden will serve. Benj will go up front for Indianola for an IMT insurance substitution. That one catches the net cord, gets over, back set by Vogt, and put away easily by Piper Ladwig.
Yeah, Ladwig finding her 9th kill of the match so far.
And we still got a tussle going on the other court too, don't we?
Yeah, back and forth.
Tied up in the second set. Set up. Oh, a hammer shot by Lauren Olson. Back to serve, Madison Grove. Yeah, you look down the lineup sheet and just a couple of seniors in this Indianola.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one thing. This Indianola team is so young. They've got a fantastic freshman setter.
And there's a kill from the outside there by Emily Benj, the freshman.
You got a couple other freshmen that are on the roster that don't see as much court time right now, but are there learning.
Well, you can't understand how valuable it is to get down to the state tournament as underclassmen, and you get that experience, and it just helps you. That one just pushed over by Vogt.
Well, and that's what helped, like Lauren Olson, for instance, a senior, when she was a sophomore, they were in the state championship game, in Class 4A, and of course, being a part of that and helping them get right back down here.
And that one is down. The linesmen kind of looked at each other and, yeah, it's down. Okay. 19-11. Bumped up. Pelds now hit the antenna. With 2011 here. Into the middle. Quick set in the middle and then blocked. Janulovic.
Yeah, and for Waukee Northwest, now just 4 points away from getting back to the semifinals. Indianola will be a second year ending here in the opening round, but their time is coming for sure.
And once again, it's Avery Cordes Pelds up there, too, with the block. Set in the middle. Oh, almost a double hit there. Janulovic tried to get it back. Scramble on. They do play it. She gets into the press bench but keeps it alive. Slapped over by Vogt. Now set up outside. And 2 hits called. That's the best rally we've seen in the match.
Yeah, great defense by both teams there. That was fun.
Serving Olson. Vogt back set and put down by Cordes. 2 points away now. Northwest from advancing to the semis for the 3rd straight season. Bumped up, set outside, and now Vogt, quick push over again on the run.
Sets up match point.
Match point, set point, match point here for Northwest. Bumped up scramble by Indianola. They finally get it over.
That'll be a left.
And that'll do it. Top seed will move on. 25-17, 25-16, 25-12 here in this one. We'll have a trophy presentation coming up. And Zarin just a little slow start by Northwest. Indianola come out, but they got it all together, and once they do, it's just so tough.
Yeah, just a complete game for Waukee Northwest. I mean, they served well. They played really, really, really good defense, and of course that offense always good.
Into receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medal and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our Executive Director Aaron Gurlick and Volleyball Administrator Ben Van Wyk. Congratulations to Head Coach Jana McGraw and the Indians from Indianola on an outstanding 2025 volleyball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star star of the game, Avery Vogt from Waukee Northwest. Avery, your performance today earns you the honor of advancing your team on the bracket to the 5A semifinal round. Congratulations. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. And Wolves fans.
And there you have it. Northwest advances with a 3-0 win over Indianola. They'll play the winner of the game coming up here at 2 o'clock. Number 4, Dowling Catholic, number 5, Ankeny. That should be a good matchup. Zarin and I will be right back here to cover that one for you. And on the other floor, it's 15-11 Centennial. They're up 1-0. And thanks to Devin on the controls today, Sam on the camera. And once again, we'll be back at 2 o'clock for our next 5A quarterfinal here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
It's Frank. Frank, Mr. Frank. And just what you did now, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be at a store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairway Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.